Welcome back to another stream, and in this one we are going to be working on the project section. So I have been experimenting with a few designs in here and also in Sketch. I have, well, I had about 4 different designs, but then I've settled on this one, and then we can improve it as we go along, right? But the goal for today's stream is to have something that kind of looks like this. All right. Okay, so let's go back to IntelliJ. Okay, so the component that we need to modify is this one. It's called project card. And so it's a div, which is a Spring div, which is what I call my animated divs. I use a library called Pose, and I'm going to remove it from the project very soon because you can achieve the same thing like this, or at least a very similar thing with CSS, and I can save a lot of space from my React bundle just by removing that library, right? So let me walk you through the component really quickly. So we have an image, and then we have a header, and then we have another header, and then we have some text, right? We have the image, the header, another header, and then the text. And then the design is literally the same, except the layout is different. So the image will be on the left, and then the rest will be pretty much similar, but then the text will be aligning to the left instead of being at the center. Okay, let's start by aligning the image to the left first. So, okay, so this is where things get more interesting because we've done a very similar thing in our skills section before. So as you can see, we have an image here and then a paragraph in here. We're literally going to do the same thing, but the difference will be this thing will have a header and also, well, it will have 2 headers, an H4 and also an H6. So first thing, I think we need to we have to put this thing inside its own div, and then we have to put these things inside their own div. All right, let's get started with that. Also, I'm not using this ternary operator style anymore. There's an easier way or a cleaner way to do this. You can just do and then you can get rid of this part, and it does absolutely the same thing. There's no changes. Okay, let's clean this up further. So it's a single line now. Okay, I'm gonna put those things inside the div. So the image goes inside in here, and then the rest should go in its own div. Okay. Good. Let's see what this does. This shouldn't change anything. If you just encapsulate the component inside their own divs, and yeah, that's not going to change anything at all. What we need to change is the layout, actually. So we are going to put everything inside the unstyled link, yes, but we are not going to use Bootstrap anymore in here. So that will probably break a lot of things, and yes, it does. Okay. So we have a single element. Let me check the widths for all of these things. So this takes, well, it doesn't have a specified height or width, right? Maybe the link has some, maybe it could be coming from the image, I don't know. Whatever. So this text center, we're going to get rid of this text center as well because we want our text to be left aligned. So this should align the text to the left, and yes, it does. Okay. And okay, now what we want to do is we want to resize the image. To do that, I am going to go to the skill card comp. I've just renamed this. This used to be called image experience before the stream, but then I was like, there's no, like, the name doesn't correspond to what the component does. So I renamed this to skill card, and then we're modifying the project card. Okay, whatever. So the skill card component in here, what does it, so how do we set the width of the image? So the image is in a div, and the width of the image is coming from a class called image div. So I think the easiest way for us to like tackle this problem would be to copy this whole image div thing, and then we're gonna paste it inside project card. So let's let's put them here, and we're gonna import this now. Okay. Whoops. Yep. I need the width picker as well. This is probably going to break too many things, but we'll fix those problems, don't worry. Okay, and now we have to import this image. Okay, now assign a class name here, and we're going to say image div. Let's go back and let's clean this up. So we want the width to be like 50 pixels maybe, and we can worry about what the different screen sizes are going to do later. Yeah. Okay, so that should center the image inside its own div. Right, the images are much smaller now, as you can see. So the image width is 50 pixels is too small. Let me change it to, yeah, that's an okay size, I guess. Right? Yeah, that's an okay size. Now the next thing is we're going to move this text next to the image. Okay, let me take a look at the component. What are we missing here? All right, we have to put these things inside a row to do that. But actually, before that, we can probably set a width for this div and the div below it. So let's take a look at the divs again. Okay, this paragraph has, well, these things don't have a set width, right? If we set a width for this, let's say 400 pixels, and we kind of need to find a way to put it next to here. So the display property of this shouldn't be inline. I don't know. We can just do whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the same approach. I'm gonna create a style called content div, and then we're gonna go back to our project card, and then in here we're gonna have a content div, and the width of this will be, let's say, 300 pixels for now. We can always change it later. Okay, now we have to import the style that we've just created. So here goes content div. That looks very good. Well, I mean, for the first try, it looks pretty good, right? It is kind of similar to what it was before. Now the next thing is we have to figure out a way to move all of these things next to here. I think I have to copy the rows. This is always the tricky part. Okay, I'm gonna use Bootstrap for a minute, and then I'm gonna copy whatever style it uses inside my own CSS file. So the reason I don't want to use Bootstrap is because I'm trying to remove Bootstrap from my website because it takes too much space in my bundle size right now. Yes, that one. Okay, let's go back. Kind of. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Except the images. Yeah, the images. All right, so let's decrease the width of the paragraphs to, I don't know, like 260 pixels. What effect does that have? Okay, I can make the text for this one shorter and that one longer. Let's go 280 for now. Let's just give that a shot. Okay, that looks fine. But then this is clearly not what I intended to do at the beginning. I thought I can fit 3 of these next to each other, but turns out that's not the case. Let's keep experimenting. Let's bring these title texts closer. Is that because we have margins? Maybe. So let's try this. H4 margin bottom 0 pixels. All right, that brings things a bit closer. So let's go with H6 margin bottom 0. That brings things a bit closer. Okay. Where's this space coming from? This little space. I need to get rid of that too. All right, I need to get rid of H6 margin top. Actually, I could probably do this to remove all of the margins. Okay. That doesn't look terrible, but it looks very bad compared to the rest of our website. Okay, let's change the font size to be smaller now. What's this title margin thing, by the way? So title margin. Oh, I see. We don't need it anymore, probably. All right. And I guess we can make the images a tiny bit smaller. Still thinking. Okay, we were going to make the font size smaller, right? So the content div, the font size for this one was going to be, let's go 20 pixels. Is that bigger or smaller than? It's smaller. Okay. Now let's go for font size 16 pixels for this one. Oh, they were 16 pixels. Okay, let's try 14 then. All right. Okay, now we should put some paddings in between these things, right? Okay, so the images don't fit. So let's go to the personal website one, because that's quite a wide image. Why are these divs overlapping? What's the subtitle margin? Let's get rid of this as well. Okay, I'm gonna use Bootstrap just because ease of use again. So if I set margin on the x-axis to be 4, does that give some space? Yes. Yeah, it does. But then when I hover over here, it still selects the other div. Why? I don't want to. This is a very interesting problem again. It seems like I have to redesign this part once again, because it doesn't fit. Like, no matter what I do. Maybe I can try centering everything. I don't know. Oof. Okay, so what should I do? So we have a bunch of unstyled links, and then these things are inside a row. And these things are self-aligning, which means we have to align the items inside this container, this div, right? All right. Okay. So this row has to align its items. All right, so we have we have all of these things. Wait, I have a container and it has a title? What? 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 What's project title? What is this doing here? That's not valid, is it? Yeah, nothing changed. Okay. So we have all of these things inside a row. Do we need to put these in a row? Yes, because we need them side by side. And we have to give this thing a class name. Not that. We want display flex and justify content center from Bootstrap. Yeah, so that centers everything. I can go back to the CSS and edit them there, but let's see how that looks. This looks better than before, definitely, but it's still not what I wanted. So I might try to make the images a tiny bit bigger, maybe. Okay, this looks better than before. At least it's cleaner than before. It's much smaller than before, and I guess I can go with this approach for now, and I can always rethink and come up with something else. This is still using Bootstrap, and I'm going to remove it in a minute, but I'm just looking at the design and I'm seeing how it looks. I think it looks good, and if we resize it down to the mobile version, well, up until here it looks fine, but then when you resize it even further, it doesn't work. So let's see it on an iPhone. So I think I can move the icon towards the left and then the contents towards the right of these things, and that might just work. Or there's another option, which is the designs. Hopefully I haven't removed them. I had some much better designs. I did. Oh, actually no. Yeah, this could be the mobile version, and that could be the desktop version. Why not, right? That looks good. I mean, I can make that on mobile easily. Not easily, actually, because the layout has to change quite a bit. So the image div and these two need to live inside the same area. I can achieve the same effect using CSS, but I can't do that on this stream. I have to go back to the drawing board and design some new stuff. All right. And I guess that marks the end of today's stream. And well, we haven't done much. We've just played around with the layout. It looks cleaner now, at least. And I have a few more changes planned for this section. But in the next stream, we are going to be working on the mobile version, and the mobile version, not sure how it's going to look. If it's easy to do, I'm going to go with this approach for the mobile one. And right, so I've done some research / investigation on how we can hide and show divs based on the screen width and height. I've broken some of the experience in here, but we will be creating the experience again. Let me show you what the code looks like. So I've duplicated this paragraph in here, and according to the size of the website, like if it's a small screen, you're going to show this one, and if it's not a small screen, we're going to show that one. We're going to adjust those things in the CSS now, and I'm going to walk you through all of the changes that I make. Okay, so let me first get rid of this Bootstrap thing, because we're not going to be using Bootstrap. All right, just some class names in here. Okay, so this could probably go under the same class name. Well, we can use that one. And this one will have screen. If the screen is small, and display none. Mobile description, no, not description. Actually, yeah, description is a good name. Mobile description. Actually, mobile description is that one, right? If the screen size is greater than... I should add something called greater than small at this point. Okay. Or I could do this, display none, screen size small. I can do the opposite, right? Block. Okay. I need to import this into there. And not sure if we need this in here. So in the mobile version of the website, we should see 2 paragraphs now. And yes, we do, which is a good sign. Yep. Okay. And the other one is just going to be the opposite. No. Okay, so by the way, I'm doing these changes based on the designs that I had from before. So this is how it's going to look on the mobile version, and that's how it's going to look on desktop. And I think we've done a pretty good job. I mean, at least it looks... Yeah, it looks like what I wanted it to look like. So it's there, yeah, no problems there. Okay, so let's do some cleanup now. So I want to use this style actually, so I'll just paste it here. Oh, are we not allowed to use dashes? Probably. Oh, okay. What I could do is I can move these things here back again. I moved these into their own styles off when I was not doing the stream. I thought that would be cleaner, but apparently no. 8.6. All right. Let me delete these 2 now. Okay, let's go back to the website. Okay, so this is not found, obviously. That looks good. Now let's make the image a bit bigger. So let's increase the width to be 175 pixels on the desktop version. Okay. Maybe I can make it a bit smaller actually, 165. Okay, that looks fine. Now let's add some margins in between them. So let's separate these 2 out. So we have image div, we have the content div, and the content div should have some margins. Did I have 20 and 40 pixels? I think so, right? All right, that looks fine. Now the image div should have a margin right of, let's say, 25. Okay, let's decrease this back to 30. And increase this to 25. Or back to 20 again. Okay. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks just fine. Though this div is not centered now. Okay, let me take a look. Oof, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, whatever. That looks good enough for now. Now, this text should come next to the IP manager logo there. Somehow. Interesting. I don't know why it doesn't do that. It might have to do something with the width of these images. I assume it's because of the width, yeah. Oh yeah, do you see the margins over there? That's huge. That was huge. Yeah, it's because of the margins. Okay, let's get rid of the margins for mobile. So if the screen size is small again, then no, this is the desktop one. Okay. Still not good enough. Okay, margin right. Where is the margin right? That one. Okay. Let's go with 5 pixels. Still no. Aha. Let's decrease the width further down. No, that's not the answer, definitely no. 250. No, that was 250 before, right? Let's go for 220. All right. Okay. We can probably get rid of some of the margins over here. Let's change this with 5 pixels. Not that one actually, but yeah, that's fine. Let's go with 5 in here. That gives us a little bit more space. Let's dial this down to 0, which is not going to be the final value, but as soon as I align the header, I'm going to stop fiddling with it. So let's try 240 now. Okay, that looks good. Now let's increase this back to 5 pixels. Okay, let's try 230 again. Let's also decrease the font size. That's a bit better. That's it. All right, so and the desktop should not be affected at all. Okay, that looks very good. Okay, I think, yeah, we can end today's stream in here, I assume. Okay, the mobile version is broken again. I have no idea why. At least it looks good on an iPhone 10. Only problem is very small screens, like the iPhone 5. But now it looks fine for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, it doesn't matter. It looks good. Let's add some more margin left, because these sections, they don't quite match, do they? What's the margin left in here? 15 pixels. 15! Come on. Maybe it's because they're not, these things are not in a container, but the other things are. Okay, let me add some more. Let's dial this back up to 10. That breaks the headers again. Okay, we're gonna do it the other way. Margin top 5 pixels. Margin bottom 5 pixels. Margin left 10 pixels. But there will be no margin right. Come on, still? Where is this coming from? Okay, that's better than before, because before we had huge cards and like you could only read one of them at once on a mobile display, but now it's cleaner. Okay, and it scales very good. Ideally, I would prefer to fit 2 of them at 992 pixels. Can I just, yeah. So at this size, let's see on an iPad. The iPad is a perfect example. Yeah, I would prefer to fit 2 of these cards in here now. So let's just do that too. So this div, I think it's because we have too much margin left and margin right. We can decrease the margins. So I'm gonna put this rule for greater than large. Does that make a difference? That's exactly the same thing. Greater than extra large. Okay. How further can we push? A bit more maybe? Yeah. Now let's optimize for large screens. We can start by making the image smaller. Let's start with something very small that we know that definitely works, and then work our way back from there. Let's decrease the margin. Actually, I'm not going to touch the margin right. Margin right seems to be fine. Actually, maybe, okay, let's change that to 10 pixels maybe. All right, that brings the images and the text a bit closer. How much space are we working with in here? Okay, so that's our container size. I can push them a bit further. So let's change this to 90 pixels. Let's make the images bigger. We can make them a bit bigger actually. Okay, and let's decrease the font sizes. Let's do 20 pixels again. I'm just going to duplicate this. There is a better way to do this actually. So I can change this to 14 and I can say and same goes for here. So I'll change this with 20 and this with 22, and then I'll just say, oops, I'll just say greater than large, and I'll remove these ones. Okay, that brings the font size down a tiny bit. Now let's add some margins between them. So that's still a bit too much, huh? It works. Is this how it looks on a vertical iPad now? No, it still doesn't fit. Why? Interesting. Why? Like one of these would literally fit right next to the other. So this is 768. 768 falls between medium and large. So I think it's covered by the large. Let me check. With picker. Yeah, it's covered. And oh, okay, it's medium. So Well, apparently it's not covered by medium. Where do the margin left and right come from? Like, where does this number come from? I think it's because we don't specify width for these things. So if I specify width 300, that's a bit too small, maybe, but I think it might do the job. So at 595 pixels, I should center these things somehow. Okay. Oh, that was easy. And it broke the mobile version, but we can very easily fix that. So do we have a greater than medium? Yeah, we do. Or that should have worked. Let me remove these and try again. All right, that works. So we've managed to center these things now. Okay, that's fine. So at 768, at this stage, I want to see two of them side by side. First of all, why does this take the whole width of the page? There must be something with my style here. There must be something wrong in here that I'm not seeing right now. It can't just be the difference of a single pixel. So adding one more pixel allows us to... Nah. Alright. I don't know. Okay. Screen size is large. Cool. What are we missing in here? I don't get it. I can try decreasing the width of this section further down. I'm not sure if that's going to change anything though. Yeah, it doesn't change anything. This item, like, it doesn't want to wrap around right now. All right. I don't know. Do you think it's Bootstrap telling the divs under a container that they should take the whole There you go. It was my fault. It was this. Why did I do this? I don't remember. Actually, I remember, but we can get rid of it now, and I'll worry about that later. I'm gonna remove that animation anyway. Okay, let's see on an iPad. Okay, so on an iPad it looks like this. We can probably make the images a bit bigger. Looks good on mobile. Okay, on a medium-sized website it looks fine again. And then as we keep resizing, it looks good, I guess. And on a desktop it looks even better. Okay. Now we have to optimize it for a vertical iPad. I want to make the image a bit bigger, if possible. Well, yeah, that was possible. Let's make margin right 15 pixels. That was too much. Yeah, that's okay. Like, it still doesn't feel good because this text here and then this logo, I feel like I should get rid of the logos because the logos are just too much, like they're too different from each other, and it's so difficult to optimize for all of the sizes. I mean, I can release this now. It's better than what it was before, 100%, but I still don't like how it looks. Whatever, let's just keep resizing. Okay, I guess we're done. I mean, it looks better than before, at least. I still have to go back to the drawing board on how this is going to look, because I don't like how it looks right now, but it's better than before, so at least I like that aspect, I guess. So I'm just going to go ahead and release this. It looks, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. I can accept this. Not optimized standards, you know, but I can accept this. I feel like I should add some margins to the medium version. Let's quickly do that too. Oops, it's the opposite way around. Nice. Let me take a final look on mobile devices again. That's an iPad, iPhone 10. Still looks a bit convoluted, like. Oh, whoops, there's a side-scrolling bug. That's not good. That's why. We don't need this in here, but what we need is this small, then width. Well, apparently no. Where is this side-scrolling bug coming from? I don't get it. It's gone now. Oh, it's... Okay, I know. It's because of the style that we just removed. So it's here. No, not there. It's there. It's this one. This was before with picker days probably. Screen, small, Okay, it's fine. It's a bug that comes from the pose library. I'm gonna get rid of that library very soon. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the animations of these things, and then I'll get rid of the library. One final look. So on an iPhone 5, yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. Okay, and on an iPhone 10, looks much better. Still not as great as I wished it to be, but better than before. On a vertical iPad, just like this. On a horizontal iPad, way better. This looks clean. And on desktop, yeah, okay, I like this one. All right, I think I can go through the changes now. All right, move this down. Let's do some cleanup. Gonna quickly check one more thing. On the Medium website, do we have the side scrolling bug? No. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Okay, I think this is good to release. Let's just do a release now. And in the meanwhile, I'll go through the changes. Yep, we've removed this useless thing from there. We've added, this line was extra, we don't need that. So let's just clean that up on the go. Do we use all of the styles that we have in here? Oops. Yes, yes, yes. Well, it would have warned us if it wasn't being used, right? And yep, we've just done all of those changes. All right, cool. And deployment complete. And well, this marks the end of this stream. Oh, this is going to be a very difficult one to edit because I have been programming for so long today. But all right, well, thank you for joining, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.